Hey guys, taking a short break from some landscape property investment. You start buying houses, it's been sitting there a while. You got to assume that a lot of that soil from unattended land has overlapped the pavement and you're going to get runoff in weird places. So I've been digging up some pretty rough landscape to try to divert it to a creek out back. But other than that, got everything else going pretty smooth in there. Uh, we were here for about a week with no water or plumbing as a place up the road we were able to go. So, everything's going smooth though. The only thing is, man, I go to podcasts just to it's nice to have an internet connection now. And now I'm questioning even if that's even a good thing anymore. I've been out of the loop in the mountains, man. When I post videos from up there in the coal fields, uh, I had to drive to town to upload them. I see people sexualizing children. I see actors, Hollywood, including Oprah. Her name came up. Look into it. Chris Rock. Uh, man, there seems to be a whole lot of this attention on making sure young children know about their sexuality. Isn't that something? The worst thing you can do to a child is confuse them at such an early age. But see, I think that's the plan. They're here to devour your children. You should know that. We've lost more of our country than I even thought with what's going on right now with Biden, man. You should be looking at this Trump indictment thing because what they're doing to him is just not right. You don't have to like the guy, but he did nothing no different than anybody else. And you could, guys, if you're a little left, go ahead and even look up Snopes. Hillary Clinton was guilty. All the evidence is out. But what difference does it make now, right? What does make a difference when you change laws, so you can avoid prosecution, and then then it finds out that you and Obama had something to do with this Christopher Steele bullshit. So, but nobody's going to talk about that now because you know why? We have aliens. So what? That doesn't change my life one way or another. So what does that matter now? Why would they put that out now? Did you see the guy in the interview? Oh my God, I don't remember the guy's name, but what grabs my attention about that isn't so much what he's saying, but the amount of enthusiasm in it. He's telling you something. He's unleashing a lion. Last thing people need is more confusion about anything. They've got children confused about their gender. They got everybody confused about their heritage, their culture, the founding fathers, America, and now they're attacking God, saying, well, he was a pansexual and he'd support gay people. No, he would not. Okay? I mean, if you're gonna play along with a game, you got to play along with the rules. You just can't change them on the fly, man. And there's only two genders, and that shouldn't get you banned for saying it. I can't believe it's educated people who are having that argument. But the information they came out with on Biden now, that's kind of a big deal. Okay, and how they're just glossing over it and then focusing on Trump and now something landed in Las Vegas. Did you see that? I mean, I kind of thought the 911 sound kind of phony, but I can't find anybody to refute that. The cop cam. I mean, that would be one elaborate hoax, wouldn't it? I mean, look at this AI. You can fake anything now. So that's another thing. As far as like a hostile takeover, you have to confuse everybody, divide them amongst themselves, man. It create a need for yourself, and once you have everybody convinced that they're in a category, all right, which you have to understand the nature of categories is when you put somebody into a category, you're stripping away their individuality to make them nothing more than an equal use of or an equal measure or unit of measurement. Okay, now does that sound like you? All right, I didn't think so. But they create a language and they repeat it a lot, and then you just accept it after a while. But they're confusing you now because there is a terrible injustice about to happen to Donald Trump, and this is just to keep him from getting elected because they know he can turn this around, right? But they're dead set on 2030 for that great reset because they don't want anybody to own anything, but you'll still be happy. I kind of think that has something to do with the push for that vaccine, man. You know what I mean? Because I call bullshit on that. Just read the ingredients on it, man. Every laboratory that was responsible for developing one of them had a history of research and tracking and tracing. Liquid ion switches. Look into it. But I think we lost our country. How many patriots do we have that'll stand up and actually do what's right in the end? I mean, I discount anybody with a man bun. So, if you stood up, sit down. They're setting up a riot. I bet I believe they're gonna have agitators. They're gonna have like Antifa does. They'll put on a Trump shirt and go, look at this guy, and he was holding a Nazi flag. Trump fans or Trump people are Nazis. Well, you just can't do that, man. Tune it out. Don't pay attention to any of that stuff, man. I can't believe it. I'm just disgusted. I turn the phone off and I'm just working and I just feel like I got this dry heave coming on. And it just seems like there's an awful lot of people supporting this. It's just interesting to me how quick evil can be normalized when all you have to do is tell somebody, as long as you have a degree, it's okay now. When you look at it like this, I've got ducks to catch. We'll holler at you later.